RC did. He's got five very bad stab wounds though, and you get after kind of surveying what's going on and giving him a once over. The alcohol gets there, more clean rags get there, some hot water gets there, and you're able to determine that he doesn't have any kind of. It's definitely life threatening, and he's passed out, and he's lost a lot of blood, but no major organs have been hit. Not from what you think.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's any kind of massive. Well, there is internal bleeding, but nothing like a ruptured spleen or a severed artery from the heart or anything like that. So.
All right.
But RC's he is subdued as well, and Michael actually he just kept saying I had to do it, and Michael literally went in there and just slugged the kid, cold cocked him, and knocked him the hell out. I mean, just you hear knuckle on jaw, and RC is out like a light.
Is RC still out?
RC's out, yeah, and just as you're kind of going up there as well, Sam, you can actually see this at the end of the hall where you just see Michael just reach down and just RC's head snaps way back, and he's just hits his head hard against the desk, and he's out like a light. He's restrained, basically hog-tied, and then he's tied to the bed on top of that. And
let's also not forget Michael is a fit retired cop, so nobody's surprised.
You did hear one thing though, as RC he kept mumbling, they're all living dead. You're all the living dead. You just don't know it yet. And then boom, he's out. He's knocked out cold.
But so, hold on. Now, did I get confused on this? So Jack went to tackle him, and I guess he slipped on his game leg, and then fucking.
No, I was
knocked him off balance. Yeah.
And
I knocked him off
chick
balance.
went and hit him too, right?
Caitlin, yeah, she finished. Yeah, Caitlin finished him off.
But then it took Michael to finally put a period on it, though, right?
Yeah, they were. Well,
okay.
It was Jack went in first. Jack had a roll of a 2, and Jack had a 2. RC had a 9. He had an exploding 6 for a 9. So there's no way, that he had knocked him off fully. But yeah, he did kind of stagger him a little bit where he didn't bury the knife because he was fixing to, tomahawk chop down into James again.
Okay.
And then he gets hit, and so the struggle was on. And then as Jack is struggling with RC, that's when Caitlin comes up on her turn and just, has a great roll, knocks him off, and because RC was already, in the process of wrestling with, Jack.
Okay.
So she comes in and just wipes him off, and then as she comes up, then, about 5-10 seconds later, Michael comes up, then the three of them are struggling, and then Michael starts grabbing feet, and then they get him subdued.
It took 3 grown-ass people to take this boy down.
Yeah, that 15-year-old, he was raging, man. It's like I was saying, he was in like a raging state.
Remember, even young Michael Myers was really tough to take down.
He was immortal, though, I believe, Rose.
Only in the later movies. Not the first one.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you guys start to hear like wood kind of ripping off of the hinges, and you can see Michael. He's literally kicking one of the doors off of one of the side rooms. And he says, "We need to make a stretcher, and we need to get James out of here." And which is actually a pretty good idea.
How many people are leaking? There's blood everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the only one that's leaking right now is James, but she's being assisted.
Possibly Jenny too. She
A
might
lot
still be
of blood
leaking.
is from Jenny also.
Jenny is she's leaking a little bit, but she's
a little
incapacitated. Yeah, her skull's caved in, basically, Sam. I mean, you could see that there's a bloody hammer on the ground. There's the bloody Ginsu butcher knife. RC's knocked out in the straight down the hall. Michael's ripping the door off, telling everybody we need to get James back to the church to where all the supplies are, and hopefully Rose and Father Kenneth can get him stable, or hope to, and hopefully he doesn't die.
Oh yeah, I'm going back with the patient.
I'm like catching my breath for a moment. Like, whew, what the hell?
Give me one more medicine check, and I'm gonna let Father assist you and give yourself a +2 to the roll. So that'll
that'd be
actually be 2 more, so 6. So you do get most of the major bleeding. The wounds are definitely deep, but you get you do know that he missed all of the major arteries and organs and stuff. So the wounds are definitely deep, though. But you get most of them stopped, and you get up onto the door, and everybody wants to get him over to the church, and Father Kenneth says there's most of the medical supplies are over there. He has everything sorted, because he was a combat medic back in his days in the army, so he was able to assist, and he says he'll be able to help as well when you get back to the church.
Okie dokie.
Damn father. The father is a man of many talents, it seems.
Yeah.
Well, if I can spare anyone who is not tending to the wounded, could help us with the foliage.
Yeah.
I'm imagining tinfoil trees and shit out there.
Get back on that chain gang.
Michael basically tells you to you're in charge of that, and he needs to take care of RC, and he needs to take care of James right now.
Sure, I'll take care of him.
So he says
Yes,
you and
thank you.
Deshaun
I just need
take
some
care of the
extra hands.
defenses, and then as Daryl gets back from the refuge of the sanctuary, then he can help you as well. So you'll have anything you need, and he tells you where the tools are located, and at what house in the shed, and yada yada yada. So you have
Because
everything
we're
at your
suddenly
disposal.
3 men down now.
Nope.
I basically got my chain gang working around the clock there, Sam. So the trench is
All
firmly
because
in
of one
hand.
nutcase. We're 3 men down.
Little kids out there, playing motorboat with the tractors and stuff, digging the holes.
I'm calling if
Right.
there's any sort of large animal that was at the farm, whether it be cows or horses, there's a portable fence that may or may not help keep the zombies at bay.
What was that?
I don't
love
know.
it.
I don't know nothing about that. All I know is the ground in front of me and the shovel in my hand. I'm just digging like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Sam comes back. Sam's got shovels and whatnot.
What the hell happened, Sam?
Oh my god. RC freaked out.
Damn
And,
hysterical ass white people. What the fuck?
His
man?
mom killed himself and he finished her off. And then he proceeded to attack Mr. Jack and James.
Oh, what the hell he attacked him for?
I don't know, maybe teenage problems, I guess. I don't know.
Oh god, he's not one of them emo types I heard about, is he?
Well, he has lost a lot here
Yeah,
lately.
he was
so.
listening to My Chemical Romance too. When he barged in on him.
Hey, right. Was he writing
He's-
bad poetry and stuff? Did you find any evidence of that?
Well, Mr. Diddy, he
Just
did
saying.
lose his dad, and his dad then killed his brother, and then his mom killed herself, so.
And he killed her, I guess, to keep her from coming back as one of these damn zombies, I suppose.
Right, it did look like he popped her in the head. But then everyone tried to calm him down, and he went crazy and started stabbing James.
Stabbing James. What the
Yeah.
hell? Lord have mercy. Is James alright?
Well, Miss Rose is looking at him, but there was a lot of blood.
Shit, he ain't no damn horse. What the hell's Miss Rose gonna do?
She's a
He
veterinarian.
don't need no new shoes or nothing on.
Veterinarian.
Damn, sound like he got stabbed and shit. We need a
Out
real
of character,
doctor.
that's a furrier. Or farrier. It's
I
totally
don't
different
know that kind of shit.
I love it. I love
Vets
it.
don't really do that.
Well, that's the logic, Mr. DD. As soon as she's finished bringing him to health, she's going to saddle and ride him.
Okay, she needs to put a horseshoe on Jack's foot too. Maybe we can ride his big ass. How's Jack? Is he alright? You said he was up in this shit too, right?
Well, at any rate, I got a couple extra people to help us with
Oh, good. Yeah.
but the bushes up here.
Yeah, you were able to rope Ben Cooper and his father. They're going to help you, but Ben the whole time is talking about the secret weapon. He just won't shut up about it. I told you guys. I told you. It's on the internet. It's on the blogosphere.
Well, we can't get on the internet, so the blogosphere right now, Ben.
Man, don't wet this that foliage. It won't burn too well.
It's just all right.
Put him on ditch duty. Then. We have no problem with the ditch being muddy.
Dave, I'm looking at on top of the wall, or I'm going towards the top of the wall just to have an overlook of what they are doing.
Pieces of
And
brain fragment and shit on the wall.
You need to
and
attach a
ceiling and
damn
stuff.
rake to that hoof
No.
of yours and go out here and get some of this damn foliage up.
no, I'm just looking at where we can make maybe some kind of where we can lead the zombies.
What,
so
like
that
like
we
a
can-
path? Well, you
Like
never.
a zombie chicken coop, right?
That's the last thing you're worried about right now, because you're basically helping Michael and Caitlin and the father carry this door with
I'm helping them. Okay.
yeah, with
No, I didn't
James
get
on it.
what I was doing at the moment.
But you get that's okay. You get and Michael there, and they're basically pulling, and a couple of the other guys they're basically pulling RC, dragging him behind you guys, and
That's
you
what
guys.
Jack wishes he was doing instead of holding a door.
Oh yeah,
Right.
making some contraption. Yeah,
Exactly.
you get back to the church. You get the
Make a little jail cell for RC.
you clear off the kitchen table. You get you get James up on it. You work on him a little bit more. You and the father, and you've got him stabilized. I mean, he's breathing really, really lightly, really shallow. He's not bleeding that much anymore, but he's lost a lot of blood. So as you guys get him stabilized, everybody's kind of, the 5 of you, 6 of you guys are kind of like looking together, and Father Kenneth, he's exhausted by this point, and
Yeah, me
this is-
too.
oh my God, what the hell are we gonna do? We got so many elderly around here. Oh my God, I was gonna talk to James about this. I can't talk to James. There is no way in hell we are gonna have enough vehicles to get all these people down to that sanctuary. I mean, I just don't know I don't know what the hell to do. And now there's no way that we're going to be able to take James down there. We can't move James. Miss Rose, we can't move him. He's got to stay here. And he goes in to explain that they've only got a couple vehicles, and they can take some of the elderly, but they're going to have to make multiple trips. They don't know if he doesn't know if he's got enough gas, and he's stressing out. He's pulling his hair out almost.
Are there any disabled vehicles?
There's
can
a
still-
couple that we don't have parts for.
Yeah,
there's
but
a couple of
I
them
mean-
need timing. Well, there's one needs a timing belt, and one
I mean,
needs a
they have-
battery. Yes,
still
Jack.
have wheels on them. but not maybe the
Yeah,
motor
they got
isn't working,
wheels.
but
I just told you one's missing a battery. Another one's missing like a timing belt. Another one's got like a fried transmission. We just don't have the parts. There's a couple pot stores in Durham and also in the town where the sanctuary is, but we aren't allowed to go in there and just start taking the place. That's the sanctuary's area. But I'm sure they would probably trade us the parts if they had them.
what if we use those vehicles and tow them? There can be a couple of people in those vehicles also then.
Well, to tow them, I mean, that's possible. I mean, I don't think we could make a train or anything. Maybe tow one vehicle.
One vehicle tows another vehicle.
We've only
Like
got
that.
3 cars, and we don't have a whole lot of gas, so we could probably
Well, I
get tied
do
up 3 behind them.
remember Sam saying something about Harry's alcohol possibly being converted to gas. I don't know. I don't know anything about cars. So
How in the hell would that happen? Wouldn't he need some kind of like refinery to do that kind of stuff?
I just know what I heard.
What in the hell are we gonna do with this kid just killed his mother? Oh my God, what are we gonna do with RC?
Father, I think the mother killed herself.
What do we do? Do we send RC to the sanctuary? What the hell do we do? Do we leave him tied up here? What in the hell? We can't just leave the kid behind. I mean, sure, he's a danger. I mean, he's a loose wire right now, but that kid's been through a hell of a lot in less than the last day. Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
I would get him to sanctuary, but that they maybe can keep him apart from the rest.
Caitlin says, she just comes right out and says, Father Kenneth, if it was up to me, I'd pull a bullet in his head right now when he's unconscious. And she says, I don't want her around my girls or Samantha. I don't want him anywhere near them. Especially the way that he was talking, how we're already these shamblers and we're eventually going to turn into them. She says, no, I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. And I don't want him even thinking about touching my kids. So if it was up to me, I'll put a bullet in his head right now. She pulls her gun out and she says, I'll put a bullet in his head right now. You just tell me, and we'll drag him outside, and I'll put a bullet. And both Michael and Father Kenneth are like, whoa. Let's think about this for a second here. Let's think about this for a second here, Caitlin.
Pat the brakes.
Let's tap this here for a second. We know the boy's a danger. He's a danger to everybody. He's also possibly a danger to himself. And that's when Caitlin says, I don't think he can be saved. It's just a matter of time before he probably tries to do this again. I say we just put him down, or we just take him somewhere and just leave him. One of the two. And you got old Father Kenneth. He's got his tie.
What's Jack and Miss Rose think about this shit? Damn.
Yeah, and you guys, Jack and Rose, you guys are hearing this.
All I can think now is look at the flowers.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just let Jack talk to him for about 5 minutes and he'll kill his damn self.
I was about to say, let Jack take the gun in the room and leave it, and talk with him a little while.
Problem solved.
Father Kenneth, he's like, he's like loosening his collar up and unbuttoning the top button, and he's, you can see he's got this massive sweat ring around his neck and under his armpits, and as he takes his jacket off, and he says my faith tells me that we need to show mercy on this boy, but my gut tells me we should probably take him out. And, my gut tells me that you're probably right, Caitlin. But that's not me. And the viciousness of that attack on James clearly shows the boys he's lost his peanut butter. He's went over the edge. So far the edge, he'll probably never make it back. I seen that in the war 20 years ago. In Desert Storm. I saw it. I just can't. I just don't see it. I know RC's a danger. That's a troubled boy right now. But my mind's made up. I'm not going to kill him. We could tie him up, and we'll just keep him a prisoner and just take him somewhere and just leave him. I just sent one young child to the grave for a second time, and I just don't want to do it again.
The problem with just leaving him out in the field like he's an unwanted dog, he can not only find his way back in, he can go to the sanctuary and kill there, or he can risk becoming a zombie himself and then again coming back and killing people.
I have a crazy idea, but
Michael says, I think we should just exile him. Just leave him in the wilds. If he survives, he survives. If the zombies get him, so be it.
I was thinking something like that, but
at least he could have some type of survival instead of just murdering him when he's knocked out unconscious.
I was thinking about it, but I was thinking a little bit more not so peaceful solution.
And I'm all ears. I'm all ears, Jack. Go ahead. So you're saying put a bullet in him as well?
No, I would say get him closer to the big horde. Give him a knife and let him loose.
So what? He can go around and kill everybody else in the town? Jack, are you crazy?
No. I mean, get him towards the horde that is coming for town. And let him loose on that horde. The way he's crazy now, he can maybe take some out.
He's gonna be like Rambo versus the Vietnamese in First Blood? Come on, man. You send that boy to his death sentence like that. It's a good idea, though, but I'm not gonna
leave him in on the open. Is it going to make him dead?
As you're talking to Father Kenneth and Michael, Caitlin, she kind of sighs and she says, I'm going to go back to the house and I'm going to check on Jeff and check on the kids. And, as she starts to leave, Michael says, can you let a couple members of the community know to spread the word? We're going to have a meeting in front of my house in 30 minutes. I got to do a couple things. I got to get on the radio. I got to see if Daryl have any information on the sanctuary or that horde. And then after that, we're going to have that meeting in front of my house. And she says, sure, no problem. I'll let a couple people know. So as all that's going on, Michael and the father, they really do not want to kill RC. They would rather have him tied up or maybe keep him locked up in the chicken coop or something. But he just can't be running around here. Michael starts to, he starts to walk off into one of the other rooms and starts, calling for Daryl on the radio. So he, kind of steps aside and tells a couple of the other guys there, a couple of the other guards, to go get Jenny's body and bring it back here to the church. We've got to get her buried as well. Rose, Jack.
My main focus is James right now.
All right. He's pretty stable. He's not, he's still seeping blood, but you're able to take some, sterile strips and whatnot and get those wounds closed up, and you get him stabilized. I mean, he's still out cold though.
I was thinking about letting Rose take care of James, while the rest of us plan what we are going to do next.
All right, so you want to head back. Remember, there's going to be the meeting in about a half an hour.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, to prepare some ideas for the meeting. That's what I.
Sure. Yeah. If you want to, get your ideas.
He wants to set up a PowerPoint.
Yeah. Michael says, yeah, get your points, bring them to the meeting. Father Kenneth tells you, Miss Rose, that he'll be able to keep an eye on James. He's going to get cleaned up. He's going to get a shower. He's got to refresh. RC is also taken care of. He's put in the other room, locked up. Basically, he's got ropes on him. He's got handcuffs and stuff now too. So, Michael took his cuffs and put them on him. He's pretty secure now. So he tells both you and Jack, Rose, that you guys can go tell your friends that we're going to have a meeting here in the next 30 minutes in front of my house. And he'll make sure that James is okay. And he thanks you for coming to his aid and helping him.
It's a vet's job.
So yeah, me and Sam, I guess we're making progress down here, Dave. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are getting
working a pretty good sweat too, I would say.
You guys get about 25, 30 foot done. 25, 30, 40 feet. You guys are, getting the grass kind of separated away from the wall, and you're getting about a 1.5 foot, 2 foot hole dug in front of the wall. Nice thing to do to kind of get them to start trampling on one another and falling down and shit,
Yeah.
So Jack and Rose, what do you guys do? Do you guys head back? You know that they're working on the wall over there. Do you guys head back over there, or what?
Yeah, head
Kate-
back over them and fill them in on everything.
All right. So
Yeah.
a couple of the people of the community, they're kind of looking at you funny, and when you get back over to, where Deshawn's working and Sam's working, here comes old Harry, Harry Ross, and he's bottle in hand, and he's actually being pretty vulgar with you guys. He's saying, "It's you motherfuckers' fault. Everything's going on. You motherfuckers. This place was a nice place, safe from all those living dead, and all the other shit that's going on in the outside of these walls. And until you fuckers got here, you brought all this shit with you. You brought all this shit with you." I need to hear a couple say, "Yeah, you brought this shit with you."
We're at a meeting now, Dave? Is that
No,
what-
you're not at the meeting. You just get
Oh,
back to
too
where.
bad. Wish I were there.
Well, you're with Sam's there.
Yeah.
Sam is working.
Oh, am I?
and- yeah.
We're at the trenches.
Yeah, you're at the trenches where you and Jack are working, because you said you'd gone back to them. So
Oh, so the drunk guy's there?
yeah, the drunk guy came by.
Is
Yeah,
that-
and said, "You fuckers, it's all your fault." This place was a nice little community. We didn't have to fear for what was outside of those walls, but you fuckers, you brought all this shit upon us here. You brought it all.
As I'm walking by him, I'm pretending to do my work, carrying the tree branches and that sort of thing. But I kind of walk by him and mumble to him as I walk by.